Welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to plant up a summer hanging basket. In the previous video I showed you a selection of plants which are great to give summer-long colour in a hanging basket. So look at my previous video to get some ideas for plants. First of all, you want to set up your hanging basket. It's a bit rocky if you just do it on a flat surface. So if you get a pot and put it underneath the base, that will steady it, and also in this example it gives me it's at the right height for me, so it's perfect. Basically you tend to have something in the center, bit of substance around the central plant, and then trailers, lots of trailers, because with a hanging basket you want color all around the basket. So I will put trailers all around here. Also I'll put trailers in the bottom and on the sides. You get color all around the base. You want as much colour and as much impact as possible, and this will give you pleasure all summer long. So you can get liners which have got slits already made in them for your trailers round the edge, but this doesn't, so I'm going to cut slits, and you basically want to make a cross slit in the base. First I'm going to get the plant, because you don't want to make the hole too big, because the plant will fall out, so it needs to be quite snug. So I'm going to get a trailing lobelia, because I'm actually going to put lobelia, as you know I love lobelia, all around the base, and it's just going to be blue, blue, blue. So I'm going to get the lobelia, which is here, sapphire, which is a really intense blue. Just pop out a plant. She says. There you go. Actually they're quite big, which is nice. They're going to have make an impact quite fast. And then you've got the feet of squeezing it into there. So actually I'm going to make the slit quite big. Oh, hang on, 2 plants here. That makes my life easier. That would have been quite tricky. So you basically want to make the hole that size. So it's perfect, absolutely perfect. And it will hang like that and get much, much, much bigger than that. Take a pair of scissors. And then make a cross. Just lift up the fabric, make a hole in it. Actually, I'm just going to use my hands. And then you want to put your trailer, squidge it through. It needs to be quite tight. It is easier with liners which have got slits already made. So then you can sit that on the basket, and I pop the roots through. There you go. Anyway, that's basically the idea, that you have it hanging down, and then I'm going to put them around the sides. So I've put the trailers round the base, round the edge of the base. So 1 at the bottom and then 4 around the sides. So that'll just make a mass of trailing blue lobelia. That's that done. And the next thing is to start putting in the compost. So that's what I'm going to do next. Use a good quality compost. Now you can, because hanging baskets need a lot of watering. If it's very hot, they need watering every day, and possibly sometimes twice a day, because they dry out really easily. So you can buy water retaining crystals that you can mix with the compost, which helps retain the water. I don't use them personally, but they are very useful. I just don't especially like them. So I'm just going to add the compost to the basket. Just do it carefully with your hands. This compost is called Rocket Grow. It's a really nice compost, and this should give enough nutrients for couple of months, I'd say. And then you might want to use a liquid feed to keep your hanging baskets plants going through the summer, and it might even go into autumn, this basket. So it should be really long flowering. So if you just cover the lobelia roots, we're almost there. And then the next thing is to place the plants and decide how you want to organize the basket. Now I'm going to place the plants. I think fuchsias work really well in hanging baskets because they flower for such a long time, and I'm going to use it as my central plant. So I'm just going to remove a little bit of the earth because I'm going to put a lot of plants in this hanging basket because I want a lot of variety and I want a lot of colour. So you don't have to put as many plants in as I'm going to put in. You can decide, but I do like a full look, as you well know. I think that's the right way around. Just loosen up the roots. You want to leave enough space for watering, but you don't want them too low because you want to be able to see them. Then I'm going to put in Betua. Just take off a bit of the soil. And you can always angle them in to get more in. You can put them at a slight angle. And then I've got 2 of those. And these will give you colour all summer long. And I just think the colour is so lovely. It's a really intense kind of pink, almost slightly purple. Just going to take off a bit of the soil to get them in. Just tease the roots a bit. Not the right way around? Like that. Now the Diacia flowers all summer long. I need to come to the front now. You can always take the bit of the bottom off. And then one at the back. So it's going to be very full. As I say, you don't have to put as many plants in as this, but I just wanted a variety, and I wanted to show you a variety of different plants that you can use in hanging baskets. Diacia is also really good in pots because it flowers all summer long. So those are main plants, and now I'm going to put in some trailing white bacopa, which will trail in between the blue lobelia, so it'll be white and blue trailers. So I'm just going to pop those in. And then one at the front. And that's done. And then I'm going to put some compost in just to settle them in, and then I'm going to water it. Betua, which is this plant, is actually a hybrid between Petunia and Calibrachoa, and apparently it combines the best of both plants. Not a plant I know, it looks very like Petunia. I think it's maybe slightly smaller. Anyway, it's a hybrid between 2 plants. I'm just finishing adding the compost to the hanging basket to bed the plants in. Now I'm going to water, and I'm going to water it really well and give it a good drink. I'm going to water it without the rows so I can get into the gaps. So water it gently, but give it a good drink. Sometimes you need to water it twice because it goes through the basket, and then the second time it actually gets retained in the compost. Okay, that's the watering done. Now I've hung the hanging basket in situ. It's on my patio. It'll give me summer colour all through the summer, probably into autumn. This is for a sunny position, these plants. You want sunshine, don't put these plants in the shade, and they will flower and flower and flower for you. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.